Welcome to the NCAA Softball Regionals presented by Capital One. It is time for the regional final here in Austin. For the defending national champs, so Wynn would vault Texas into the Supers for the 7th straight year, while Baylor will have to pull off 2 upsets today to keep their season alive. For the 2nd straight year, the Longhorns have opened up regional play with back-to-back run rule victories, while the Bears have had to get here the hard way, staving off elimination twice. This weekend, 4 runs driven in. And plenty of speed on the bases, dropping down the bunt, charging in from third, and unable to make a play is Marshall. When you talk about how important that is, Cade hitting .429 this weekend. Stewart mashes one to left field, and that one is a towering blast off the building. Making 26 on the year for the SEC Player of the Year.
Well, this pitch by Tanner, it is up and in, but Katie Stewart has worked so hard to be able to hit the rise ball with more consistency this year. She stays through this one. Alex, that's 3 stories up. That one an absolute monster shot.
We have in program history.
You can tell right now they've put a scout out. You see Vivi Martinez on time for that off-speed pitch.
They retired for the first out of the game.
At Katie Stewart, and she'll mention the influence of Erin Irwin.
Atwood to deep right center, and it will die down in front of the track as Carter is there. They're hitting the ball hard so far to begin the regional final.
They are.
Payoff pitch from Tanner. Good sends one to deep right center field. Same spot Atwood hit it. And Carter is there, but the damage is done. Chop to Kavan, and they get Carter.
Pretty sure Baylor's going to ask for this to be replayed. I thought by the naked eye Carter beat that. The high hop gave her some time.
Baylor's challenging the out on the field at first base.
You see Carter, the high hop. Tegan Vaughn got rid of it as quick as she could. But a foot race with Carter.
Close call, our first challenge of the day from Glenmore and the Bears. What do we think there, Kat? It looks like Glenmore may be successful early on here.
Yeah, I think that foot touches right there, and then the ball's in the glove, so.
I mean, she's so tough to get out with that speed.
After further review, the call on the field is changed. The runner is safe. Baylor still has 2 challenges left.
So Baylor retains.
Who thinks they can get a big lead.
Jones drops down the bunt, Kavan. And that one gets away from Katie Stewart. Carter will retreat to third, thought about heading home, and here come the Bears with 2 in scoring position.
Interference.
Texas charged with an error initially on this play. The Longhorns defense had been perfect through the first 2 games of the regional.
Samaya Jones never got fully outside that running lane. You see how her feet there are inside. The question is going to be conclusiveness, but I don't think she ever got herself in that running lane, so this could get overturned.
Well, this is how how Baylor took down Wisconsin last night in our 2nd elimination game. They used small ball. Carter speed, Jones.
After further review, the call has been changed. The batter runner is out for interference. The runner at third base goes back to first base. Texas still has 2 challenges left.
She leads hard every time, so if you're the opposing team watching to see if she's going to steal, you get caught in saying going even when she's not.
Kavan waits for it. 2 away as the runner advances.
And motivation yesterday that spurned Baylor. They said she came up with not today. Like, careers aren't ending today. Our season's not ending today. It's not today that we lose out. And that pushed them emotionally more than anything.
Strikeout number 1 on the day for Kavan.
Well, Tegan Kavan freezes Tobin with this changeup. She was under Mike White here at Texas. So no matter who comes out of that one, there'll be some fun storylines for Super Regionals.
Anna Wells over to short. Tobin is there. Well, the key for the Bears and Peyton Tanner in the circle, keep the ball in play because the defense behind her has been terrific this weekend and all season long.
2 of those double plays started with the pitchers, but they were able to erase the threat, get themselves out of a couple jams.
Since giving up the home run to Stewart, Tanner has now retired 5 in a row as Alyssa Sneed flies out to left. They elevated their play once they hit the NCAA tournament. And as we mentioned earlier, 2 errors in the first, no errors in the first 2 games. There's one by the pitcher, Peyton Tanner, and that will cost her team as Nichols reaches.
Quick on your transfer, but unfortunately with JC Nichols' speed, you also can't take too much time.
Runner is going. The throw into second goes into center field. So Texas now with a runner in scoring position in the form of J.C. Nichols. Maloney chops one over the head of Tanner, charging in, and unable to make a play is Tobin. Runners on the corners. In batting average, just a few points under 400. Swinging away off the glove of Tanner, and 1 run will come in. The Longhorns extend their lead.
So this hard hit up the middle, and you think Peyton Tanner might keep it from being a base hit, but instead ricochet off her glove. And again, the speed between Nichols, Maloney, and Henry, no play for the building those, and that building was empty. She did break a window, and I heard since she broke that window, they did go back and double pane or change the glass, so that way, yes, it's the inability to shatter a window or make it more difficult, I should say.
Henry steals second. Stewart. Tanner not taking any chances with Stewart. And you can't blame her.
You can't blame her, but at the same time, who do you want to pitch to in this Texas?
By 5, their biggest comeback in more than a decade, and that certainly helped them get into this regional. Leah Cran up the middle. Good, diving for it, backhanded, and makes the play. Leanne Good.
I believe is mentally and emotionally. She felt like in the SEC tournament this year, she really figured out mentally how to be at her best.
Didn't even let you finish your thought. There's another strikeout for Kavan. She is absolutely cruising.
3rd best in the regional field. You don't want to give them extra at bats if you don't have to.
Atwood flies out.
And those errors obviously turning the lineup over for Texas a little quicker than Coach Glenmore would like.
Well, listen, Texas started off
down to it. We looked at her numbers offensively compared to some other utility players we were eyeing, and she just has the ability offensively to do so much with her patience, with her small ball, and some power.
Impressing her GM here beside me with the 1-out walk.
Too far in that direction.
Over to third, and they get 1 at second. Wells just beating out the throw at first, 2 away.
Right now, Duke playing Arizona. They're going to have to win twice. They are up 6-4.
Sneed over to second, scooped up nicely by Piper. And the top half comes to an end. It remains a 3-0 game here in Austin. Been brilliant this weekend. Scooped up by Martinez. Sport with the tag.
Well, Tegan Kavan, we talked about it. Postseason last year, absolutely on a different level. You see the difference in ER.
They began the regional with Citlali Gutierrez getting the start. She only lasted 2 innings. Kavan, another K, number 3. Ever played high school softball, Tegan Kavan. Not bad defense. Heather, the junior, getting it done. Adds another strikeout and another 1-2-3 frame. We will. Oh yes.
Would you? True to the task, we are completely different personalities.
Beating that one on no throw as Nichols drops down the bunt.
Two very different personalities, and I'm Tanner, the slappers who are quick, just trying to touch the ball, let it spin, and see if they can get on base.
Over to second, on to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. Did you have more of Tegan Kavan's personality?
I'll say meanness, but a little more of an intense mean look.
Oh, what a grab by Cran, and dives back to first. We talked about Baylor's defense and their record number of double plays this year. There's another one.
Oh, this
full count coming up to Samaya Jones. Over to third, Nichols is there. I want to remind you, all weekend long, the 7 innings live crew will keep you updated on the action from 3 here. The 2-2 to Piper. Pokes one over to short, Martinez. 3 straight groundouts now induced by Kavan, 2 away.
Teammates, so they were at their best, and she even said a little bit more appreciation for what coaches have to do.
Tobin to left field. The 3rd consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Kavan and the Longhorns.
Worked best, and she was at shortstop for a while. Many expect her to move behind home plate next year with Reese Atwood graduating.
They don't give her a chance to show off that exit velocity here. Second walk to Stewart. Martinez, that one finds its way to center field. The Longhorns with 2 aboard and no outs here in the 5th inning. Torres with a nice throw behind the dish for Baylor. Payoff pitch on the way with 2 on, no outs. And the bases will be loaded for Texas. Trying to break this thing open in inning number 5.
An off-speed pitch in the dirt. And those are the tricks Mike White talked about when he talked about Peyton Tanner.
Over to short, the throw home, and that Baylor defense comes through, getting the out. Bases loaded with 1 away. And pops it up. Now 2 away with the bases loaded. I mean, this would be Vic Hunter over to third, and it goes off of Marshall. Texas brings home a run.
Well, when you have tricks up your sleeve like Peyton Tanner, an off-speed pitch, it'll spin when a batter puts it in play, and this just spins up over Kagan Marshall. A break for Texas, and unfortunately for Peyton Tanner, she thought she had a ground ball out.
It's allowed to have been earned. Nichols, this time Marshall does hang on, but Texas plates another. They will take a 4-0 lead into the bottom of the 5th inning of this regional final.
A rise ball on multiple levels, in the zone and out of the zone, but then uses that drop ball for the chase. It's hard for a hitter to pick up which to swing at.
Gets Cran to fly out.
Able to fill those shoes, both playing third and hitting, but gonna be a big power hitter for Baylor as she matures over her career.
But strikes out there against Kavan. Just over to third. Nichols handles that one. We have completed 5 here in Austin. Texas leading it by 4.
8-mile-an-hour drop ball anymore.
Can't wait for this season. There were insane crowds at those games around the nation. Last year, Ashton Maloney retired to begin the 6th inning, and now we go back up to the Caden Henry gives one a ride, and it is gone! Texas Texas with their second homer of the day.
I think she heard me saying that would be the only scoring, and she said,
Sure.
"Oh yeah, here, let's show off a little bit." But Caden Henry does have power. This pitch up in middle of the plate. Caden Henry absolutely stays through this dead center field. The leadoff hitter with her second home run of the regional.
Tough luck for Tanner there, as we said, had fought so valiantly in the circle. Katie Stewart follows suit. Back-to-back jacks. Texas breaking this one open in the sixth. And the bubbles are out yet again.
Well, this time a pitch on the outer half, but not out enough if you're facing Katie Stewart. And remember, Katie Stewart's first home run went to left field, so she knows if she's getting strikes, it's not the inner half. Takes that outside pitch off the scoreboard. And Texas coming to life here late.
Takes the 3-2 to deep right center. Third home run of the inning for Texas. They are pouring it on in Austin.
Well, ahead in a hitter's count, and you can tell, oh, this pitch isn't even on the plate. That is off the plate, but up. But you can tell Texas has a plan now to be going with the pitches. Baylor has been exploiting that outer half. Now Texas, both with the 2 home runs dead center and that one right center, you can tell they're starting to change their barrel angle and easier to get the barrel there. But that was off the plate, and Reese Atwood just said, yes, ma'am, thank you.
Leanne Good over to third, and Marshall handles that one. Texas breaks this one wide open, a 3-run sixth inning.
And give them consistent outings behind Tegan Cavan in the postseason.
Flores. You look at Baylor, their speed has been so good this year, their small ball. Texas Tech a few weeks ago delivered a pinch hit 2-run single in the 7th inning. Sends one here to left center, that will fall into the gap. Another nice pinch hit appearance for Casey West. Huge addition to this squad as well. But she's retired two-way.
She has 3 in Baylor's matchups.
Is that her number? But Jones does not. We are through 6 here in the regional final. The Longhorns 1 inning away from advancing. Wells, the latest in this assembly line of home run hitters, Mike White continues to bring to Austin. And she delivers a base knock. That highly this year, but they were still hosting. But up against the ropes, here's Alyssa Sneed lining out.
Oh yeah, Arizona State up against the ropes A&M up against the ropes against a very hot Arizona.
Brooklyn Carter, one of those seniors who potentially is seeing her last inning of work here in Austin. And everybody's going to be safe.
Well, Taylor Anderson was put in to pinch hit, and she has good speed. She hits some deep fly balls. Altmaier might get the nod, but here in regionals, Sneed has held down that spot.
Dribbler over to first. Cran steps on the bag. Once more. And groaning after that call. 2-2, 2 on, 2 away for Henry. Here we go, bottom of the 7th. Baylor down to their last 3 outs.
Oceans ride with the ups and downs. It's hard to get yourself right at the right time, and making a regional was nice for the Baylor program. But advancing to the finals, even better as he goes out. She stayed throwing that.
That one will stay fair. Cavan has to hurry. Not in time. Amber Tobin, one of the seniors with potentially one last hit for her career. Trail 8-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning. It can happen. We're saying there's a chance. Leah Cran over to third, on to second for one, over to first. And congratulations, Texas. You are headed back to the Supers.
We've watched Baylor turn the double play, and that double play there ending the game for Baylor. But Alex, Texas controlled this one from the onset despite the single by Brooklyn Carter to start the game. The defense and Tegan Cavan were absolutely masterful, and the offense over time just got better and better against Baylor's pitching staff.
Tegan Cavan improves to 12-2 on the year as her team moves on for Glenmore. What a season, a 30-win year with 18 underclassmen as their year comes to an end. So Texas now awaits the winner of Texas A&M and Arizona State.